The strategy of preeminence is a concept that I learned from Jay Abraham over 12 years ago. I spent a couple of years studying under him, and I have to tell you that there is no other foundation that is better and more solid for business. Because the strategy of preeminence basically says that the client is preeminent. And apart from this strategy of consciously acknowledging that the client is preeminent, then the client will not be preeminent, but we will. Our outcome, the things that we want, us building a name, a brick and mortar company, a ego issue of building our own company is preeminent, and the market can tell that. Anytime you approach a prospect, they can tell whether you are there to serve them, to look for solutions to their problems, or if you are simply using them and hoping to add them to your little pot of ingredients so that you can feed your machine and your goals and your vision for whatever happiness is in life. And there's simply something that gets thrown in there, but you are preeminent. And they can tell that as much as you are able to tell that a company is out to take care of you or not. And many times when I bring this up amongst workshops and in conversations, business owners will look at me and say, okay, we got it. But the more that we converse about it, they realize, we may not got it after all. And right now you may feel like, okay, I am out to take care of my clients. But look at it from this angle for a second. How many times have you had a conversation with a vendor, whether it's somebody from your utility bill company, your cell phone, your internet company, somebody that you purchase items from in order to provide products and services to your clients? And in those conversations, you are keenly aware that they do not have your best interest in mind, that they are simply going through the motion in order to get you out the door so they can get more product and more services and simply not deal with conflicts, not deal with issues, not deal with needs other than their own. So you have at least 3 companies that you despise, because the experience that they let you go home with was horrendous, and they have never done anything to remedy that. So anytime that company name comes up, no, absolutely not. You would not recommend them at all. And so realize that those companies are not out to do that, but simply by default, they do that because they do not live under the strategy of preeminence. They do not, I sometimes joke about this, they barely know how to spell it. And quite often I still have to confirm that I'm spelling it correct, because preeminence is a tough word to spell, even more to practice. It's something that you have to literally make up your mind that from now on, conversations will go in a way that you will make sure that the client, the prospect, fully understands, fully feels that you are out to take care of them. Listen, it's a whole idea going back to high school, and we're going to go back to high school in the next couple of weeks. Whenever we deal about marketing and how to develop your Dream 100 client list. I love that concept, and you will too. But stuff like that brings us back to high school, because in high schools, whenever we started having these feelings towards the opposite sex, and us guys, we're pursuing these girls, and girls have a deeper sense of intuition, whereby they can tell whether, hey, we really want to be friends, look after them, or whether we simply, again, like clients in the marketplace, we want to use them and they want to be used, or they know that they are being used. And so that's a whole premise of keeping in mind that no, everything that I do in my business is preeminently to serve my client. And in order to serve my clients, first I have to serve my prospects. so that they can experience to a taste, to a like a trailer, watching a trailer of a movie. They can taste a little bit that, you know what, that guy over there. I mean, look at him. He's giving away all this data information through a video format, sending it to me, no cost to me, has no strings attached, has not pitched anything about money yet, which I will in 2 weeks. And yet some of this stuff is pretty useful, and I can use it. And you see where I'm headed by providing value to the market, and by showing them that, you know what, I really do care, and I really can solve your problems. And therefore, let me tell you how to think through some of the stuff that you need to think through whenever you think about my industry. And I'm saying this as you, because it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You can apply the strategy of preeminence starting right now. Here we are in real time. It's on a Friday when I'm recording this. You're going to receive it on a Monday. But regardless of what month of the year it is, you can immediately change your mindset. And that, okay, from here on out, I'm going to literally take care of my clients. And here's an example. You might realize, oh, wait a minute. Here's an exercise, a glimpse of something we'll talk about in a few months. Ask yourself this question. Is my product the best product to take care of my clients' needs today? It's my product, okay? Is my company the best company to take care of this client's, this prospect's needs right now? Is my company the best company to take care of them? And am I the best rep in this industry to take care of this prospect's needs at this time? And if you can sincerely answer yes to all of them, then you pursue them, marketing yourself. But if you sincerely can say, you know what, and I've done this many times, actually in the cost reduction realm, quite often I will tell my clients, you know what, I thought you had a bigger need than what I perceived. Therefore, let me share with you the solution, because nobody in this industry, in the cost reduction realm, is there to provide you the solution. Let me show you how to take care of this. Let me show you how to do it, who to call, what to ask, what to say, and let's do it right now over the phone. And twice I've done it, whereby I literally stood in their office and I coached them on how to make the phone call while they made the phone call to the vendor in order to get a solution that usually I charge a lot of money for. But in this scenario, it was, no, the best thing to do is to go ahead and provide that for them. And sure enough, in that relationship that they had with the vendor, by the time that he hung up, he had a 10% discount on his services from now on. Why? Because I coached him. Because, again, long story short, the better thing was for me to do that. Otherwise, this is what would have happened had I pursued it and say, you know what, let's go ahead and establish the income for my company. It would have been fun and dandy. He would have been happy for only a few months. Afterwards, some things would have kicked in that would have made this relationship sour. And so I clearly said, I foresaw that in that moment, said, no, I don't want that. It's better for you if we go this route. And so we did. And so that's the things that you have to, I guess, make up your mind that you are going to be willing to do. Because ultimately it comes down, okay, do I really, really, am I in love with that gal and I want to marry her and I want to provide and be her good husband for her? Or, you know what, adding that client to my portfolio will increase our revenue. Therefore, our shareholders will be happier. Therefore, I'll pass out bigger bonuses, and because it's a lot of money, and ultimately it's a happy Christmas for you, but it's not for the client. So that's a good angle to look at it. Will it be as happy a Christmas for them, as happy a birthday for them, as happy a celebration for them to enter into a relationship with you as you are happy to take all that money from them and put it in your bank account? So let your wheels turn. Ask yourself, okay, do I really love my clients more than I love building my business? And ask yourself, okay, where am I on the line of preeminence? Who is preeminent in this relationship? And do whatever you can. Brainstorm through it. Give me a call. Send me an email. I'll be glad to brainstorm with you. as to how to position yourself so that the market views you as somebody who's providing value to them. And once they see that and experience that, they will gladly become a client of yours. They will enter a long-term relationship with you and gladly pay you a lot of money because of the value that you bring to them. But they first must believe that you will do that. So, Strategy of Preeminence. Jay Abraham, hats off to him. From a decade and a half ago, I still follow Jay, enjoy him thoroughly. I think that probably a third, no, probably more than close to half of all the I'll share it with you next week. It's a huge stack. I know exactly where it is. I have it all to say that he's been a huge impact to me, and no doubt to tens of thousands of companies. So, Strategy of Preeminence, make it yours. And I'll see you in the next one.